I fundamentally believe that people shouldn't have to pay for this kind of legal advice and representation, and I also fundamentally believe that in order for law students to have a fully rounded education, they should have some experience of practically applying the law that they've learnt, and this is the perfect marriage of those two things.
It's a way to offer the local community a free legal service in family law, employment law, welfare law and refugee family reunion law.
From the first year when I heard about it, I felt like it was really something that I wanted to do, but I didn't know if I was, ready, because, it was still the first time I did law. Didn't know if I was ready to advise people on the law yet.
I kept asking a lot of questions all the time because I was so scared about doing anything wrong. Because obviously these are real life situations and they're quite serious as well. They're quite like the nature of it. But now I have sort of got to grips with it. I'm quite sort of comfortable with the responsibility now because I do know what I'm doing.
Knowing you're actually going to like being a lawyer is very important as well, because I'm applying for paralegal roles now, and I wanted to see if I'd actually enjoy law, because I wasn't sure, and it's very different to what's on television and what's in the movies and what you expect until you actually start practicing.
There definitely is guidance and support throughout, and even as we are actually doing the practical experience, we are still learning alongside that. So we do have like supervised sessions, like one-to-one with our supervisor, where we discuss obviously the progression of the case and maybe facts or things that we need to maybe look at before we proceed forwards.
There's a long-standing history of pro bono and free representation into the community from this law school. And what I love about the Law Clinic is that it's a genuine collaboration between staff and students and our community partners, so that it's a constant learning environment. Everybody's learning from each other all of the time.
The university actually approached us about doing a piece of work with their law students, not just sort of helping us with our clients that we see every day. It would benefit the law students in getting some practical experience and working with people that have quite severe disabilities and problems. And it would also benefit the client in getting support actually at the tribunal or the appeals hearing.
I think in total we've had about a dozen results, which has meant that the people haven't had to go to a tribunal, which reduces the stress levels tremendously.
I work for the British Red Cross in the Family Reunion Department, and I give legal advice. And we have a partnership with the Law Clinic. It's a unique project that we have down here.
Without that project, we wouldn't have been able as a city, not just us as Red Cross as an organisation, to fill those gaps, because the city has an allocated number of asylum seekers every year who are dispersed. Put it this way, without the partnership, Plymouth would have been a legal desert pretty much in terms of family reunion in the city.
Because of the nature of the casework, it's quite emotional, and I saw that I became quite invested in the cases I was working on, and it worried me a bit, oh, how's this client doing, or how can I provide more support?
You're constantly trying to make sure that the advice that you give, you're reassuring the client throughout and making sure that everything you're doing is correct and is helping them really.
Oh, it's been intense. It's really intense. It's been a huge responsibility, and it's made me step out of my comfort zone, because usually I'll be like, no, I don't want to do it, I'm shy. But it's been a platform for me to build my confidence, and these clients are relying on us, and they have no other option and no other help.
I'm not from Plymouth, so actually learning about Plymouth as a community, a lot of the people are from quite similar backgrounds, and they're not necessarily well-off backgrounds. And I think kind of realising that you're in an incredibly privileged position to be able to afford to go to university and be able to kind of live here and have career prospects and stuff like that in comparison to other people's backgrounds.
I think it promotes a good sense of social responsibility and working within your community and giving something back to your community as well, and just a much deeper understanding that everybody should have access to law at some level, not just those who can afford to pay for it.
We were really excited to win this year the Access to Justice Foundation Award, which recognises the work that the students have been doing, going out into the community, doing street law, education projects.
Going to the House of Commons for the Pro Bono Awards was a big one. And I think being recognised on a national scale is amazing, especially for a university in the South West. We don't get a lot of links compared to like London universities.
Honestly, for me, I think it's an amazing experience.
It's kind of added so much to my degree. I feel like I've kind of learnt more than I thought I was going to when I came to uni.
I mean, these 2 years have been one that I'll never forget, that I love, that has been amazing. Again, it has its challenges, but I don't think I would trade it for the world at all.